My name is Helen Pankhurst. I'm the great-granddaughter of Emmeline Pankhurst, the founder of the suffragettes movement.
The reasons why women should have the vote are obvious to every fair-minded person. The British Constitution provides that taxation and representation shall go together. Therefore, women taxpayers are entitled to vote.
You strike me as a woman who's clearly very proud of the name and the family tradition.
Absolutely, yes. It's moulded who I am, and so many people refer to that name still with a lot of pride that I think it's a living culture. It's something that's still there now.
Feel part, listen, whatever you do.
A lot of people will ask, and they will ask assuming that I'm not related. So they'll say, "You're not by any chance related, are you?" And I would say, "Yes, I am." And then they smile, or they say, "Wow, that's great. She was a wonderful person," or "She achieved a lot." Firstly, that I think that there's a very positive response, and second, that it's actually still an engaged one about it being relevant today.
Now, the impact is really quite, well, jaw-dropping, really. That's really all I can describe it as. There's always the moment when the person walks through the door and you hold your breath because you're never exactly sure how much or how little they're going to look like their forebear. And the moment you walk through the door, I was like, oh yes, I just saw it straight away.
I think individuals can change, have historically, and will always change the world that we live in. What's interesting is the mix between that individual spark and a whole group of people that then believe in it and put all their labour behind the change. Without the two, I think change doesn't happen, but that's an interesting example of a lot of people trying to change things, nothing much happening, and then suddenly you have this dynamism of a family that becomes totally committed to the issue, and together with the support of millions of other people, they ensure that there's change that we all benefit from down the line.
Did you always think of yourself more of Sylvia before?
Yeah, I've never... I mean, the face looked familiar, and I think it probably looked familiar because in some kind of subconscious way, it is part of me, but everybody's always said I looked like it. I think the Pankhurst name here is associated with women's rights. The name is associated with many other things, including Pan-Africanism, including the support to Ethiopian identity and culture and so on. And I mean, even here, people who've studied the issue know a lot about some of the other causes that she's upheld, not just women's rights.
I think we've got it. Helen, thank you very much. We've done it, but crikey, it took a lot longer than I thought, because when you've got somebody who the resemblance is just so strong, it really does make you go the extra mile to make sure it's perfect, and I think we got it.